recording. Yay. Hi, everybody. Hi, Amy.
Hello. How's it going out there?
It's going great. Here, I just want to hop over to my Instagram and start that streaming. Go
Okay.
live, people.
Okay.
Yes, I think it's working.
I think
Um,
I'm live as well. Hello, everyone. Hello,
Hi,
hello.
buddy. Thank you so much for being here for our little get together. As usual, there's nothing for sale on this call where there's nothing in it for us. We're not going to ask you to do anything. This is just about hanging out together and having some real talk time. So you know I like to start with some breathing. So let's do that. We're going to inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. We're going to do that 3 times. Feel
Okay.
free to ignore it, but you might really enjoy it. So just letting your belly go really poochy soft and dropping your shoulders, maybe even lifting your face up so the sun can find you. And let's inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is amazing to me that that just works every time.
You know, it's such a funny thing that we have these tools available to us, like taking a deep breath, like shaking it out for a minute, right? Like saying, what does my inner wisdom know? Like all of these tools that are right there that we can use anytime, and we just freaking forget.
Exactly. Or we get caught up in the drama and
Of
the
course.
feeling of,
Of
like we get all
course.
in our feelings
Yes.
about things. And, it's not so that helpful.
No, yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, and it's just like the inundation of life right now.
Oh my
And kind
God.
of it's been this way for so long, then it's like it pulls us off. We get dysregulated in our nervous systems, and then it's like we forget all the tools. We like have amnesia about the things that work for us.
And, it's one of the things when I wrote Start Right Where You Are, that was
Mm.
really the premise of Start Right Where You Are is, yeah, we buy all the books, we go to all the workshops, we watch the videos, we do all the things. And then, as you say, when the rubber hits the road, we panic and freak out and don't do any of the
Oh,
things we know how to do.
totally.
And, but the amazing thing is, you can pick them up anytime
Yes.
and they will absolutely work. And if you do it enough, it does become a practice. It does become,
Yes.
that 4-7-8 breathing is just part of my everyday when I'm
Yes.
in traffic, when I'm not sure what to
Yes.
do, when I'm waking up, when I'm going to sleep, when I like, you name it, I'm doing it. Um, so, and I think that's the other thing too, is to make sure that our real life and our prayer life, our inner life, our divine spark life are
Mm.
not two different things, right?
Yes. Yes. So, everyone watching, I'm just curious, what's a tool that you have that you know that works for you that you're ready to pick up today?
Yeah.
Whatever that practice is, so that we can become more integrated of what's going on externally and what's going on internally and become more in alignment, which it really feels like what we're trying to do, right? Is go into that space of alignment within ourselves.
Right. And it is not the promise of personal development work that nothing shitty is ever going to happen to you.
It's not. I did
Sorry.
it right. Sam, I thought that if I did it right, nobody I love would die. Nobody would get sick.
I'd
Everything
always
would
have
be amazing. Like if
I'd
I
always have
just
all the
had all
money.
the right thoughts, right?
Yeah. If only my thinking were right, then nothing bad would ever happen to me.
Right,
Yes,
right, right.
sadly, that is not actually how this game is played.
It's so weird. It's so weird because I kind of bought that for a little bit where I was like, if I just think all the impeccable thoughts, if I just have impeccable integrity, if I just am like existing in the world, honoring my values, that then my life is going to be happy 99% of the time. Not so true.
No, I think what it really means is just your bounce back time is faster.
Yes. That right there.
Resilience. It's
Yes.
resilience.
Yes.
So speaking of resilience, I advertise this as what if you just did the thing?
Yeah, what are we doing here, Sam? Okay, what if you just did the
What
thing?
if we just did the, I don't you'll know Amy Ehlers. This is Amy, my best friend and business partner, and Amy and I lead the Barefoot Perfect retreats.
Yes, we
have been to
do.
Belize, we've been to Crete, we've been to Majorca, and this year we're going to Barbados.
Barbados.
So if you would like to come on the beach with Amy and I and have some cocktails and talk some real talk and do a little personal development work, invest in yourself and your future, please check out the application at barefootperfect.com. It's no obligation. Just fill it out. There's questions are really interesting, actually. I often hear from people that are like, there's no way I'm coming on this trip, but that was really interesting to answer those questions.
Yes.
So we're happy to have you do that. There's even a little place where you can check like, no, just dreaming. That's fine. We won't bug you. So please, if you're even feeling a little bit curious about that, go ahead and check out barefootperfect.com. If nothing else, just the photographs will make you feel better.
I know, seriously.
Right.
Well, I'm realizing I'm streaming to some of my places. So this right here, if you don't know her, this is the amazing Sam Bennett, best friend of mine for, is it like 30 years now? I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever it is. Yeah, we've just known each other for just a wee bit of time. And award-winning author, incredible human, just one of the best people on the planet. And so getting to lead these retreats with her is truly a dream come true. We thought about it for a long time before deciding to actually partner and do something together. Like we collaborate here and there, whatever. But we're like, let's do something fun. How about we have some fun? And then we created Barefoot Perfect. And those visioning retreats are definitely one of the highlights of my year every year since we've been doing them for the last 6 years.
Mine too. And we have so many repeat clients. We have so many women who come with us every year or every year that they can come. And just another, I'm more proud of this than I am of almost anything. 100% of our alumni say they would recommend Barefoot Perfect to a friend.
It's amazing.
I mean, you can't do better than that, right?
Yeah.
So check that out. And so when I'm curious what your thing is, if we're saying, what if you just did the thing, what is the thing that you are not doing that you're thinking, maybe I should just fucking do it? Like, is it come to Barbados? Is it take a trip on your own? Is it take the weekend off? Is it clean out the closet? Is it break up with the person? Is it get back to the gym? Is it quit not telling people the truth about what's happening? I don't know. You tell me. What is it for you if you just did the thing?
And I feel like, yeah, go ahead.
I'm just saying, I'm not seeing comments here, and I'm wondering if I just don't have it displayed properly.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not it. Okay, but be writing in. And if you're not writing into the public, just write in for yourself. Be honest with yourself in this moment. What is the thing that you are not doing that if you did it, you know things would change?
Yeah. Well, and it's such an interesting question while you figure out that tech stuff, Sam. It's such an interesting question because we all have that thing that we're avoiding doing or that we're resisting doing or that we are inspired to do and then we somehow hijack ourselves. I always call it for women that like the inner critics, the inner mean girls come in and like make up some story and then suddenly you're not doing the thing. But it's like, it's such an interesting thing about being human and being a coach. Like I've been a coach now for over almost 3 decades now. And it's one of those things, like when I ask people that question, when I'm on, when I'm in a coaching situation with them or in a workshop or what have you, they always have an answer. Oh yeah, no, I know. Like, it's very rare that someone isn't like, oh, yeah, no, I've been avoiding calling that person. I've been avoiding following up with that thing. Like almost every single time they know what the thing is, the one thing. And so it's a very interesting human thing. And then to like get curious of like, what is this avoidance about? What is my procrastination about? Like, what are you finding, Sam? Like when you, for yourself, for your clients, it's like, why do we do this? Like, why do we avoid doing the thing?
Well, I think some of it is anxiety around change, and as I always say, people always say like, "Oh, change is hard." Oh, I hate change. Well, you may hate change, but change loves you.
Uh-huh.
And things are changing whether you make them change
Yeah.
or not, right?
Yes. Yes.
And the pardon me.
Mm.
In my experience, the persistence of an idea is a pretty good indicator as to its viability,
Mm. Mm.
right? Because you've had a bazillion ideas that have sort of come and
Totally.
gone, right?
Yes.
But those ones that keep circling back, those repetitive thoughts, I mean, it's taken up a lot of space in your brain already to not do it. So might as well do it. And my whole thing is like, I mean, I do tend to sort of go off the deep end. If I'm going to make a change, I'm like, let's just do it. Let's burn the whole place down. But for those of you who are not as comfortable going off the high dive as I am,
Mm.
uh, I love, this is where I get the 15 minutes thing from. Like, what is
Yes.
the tiniest possible step you could take
Yes.
to just investigate, to look
Mm.
it up, to call a friend, to talk it through with a trusted partner, to diagram it out for yourself, to like put it on the calendar.
Yes.
What is the tiny, and then you just follow the sparkly breadcrumbs, right? Because it may be that you're right, that it's a terrible idea, or that now's not the right time, or whatever.
Mm.
But allowing yourself to stay in this world where it's all just hermetically sealed inside of your mind,
Mm.
and you think, oh, as long as I'm not doing it, I'm not risking anything. Well, that's a big fat lie,
Mm.
because not all ideas last a lifetime.
Mm. Mm.
And there will come a day when your lifetime is over. There will come a time when you can no longer act on your ideas.
Yeah. 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 I feel like it's an interesting thing. Action is very interesting. And if we look at, I don't know about y'all, but in my social media feed, it is all about this eclipse situation happening here. Like today is the bookmark ending of eclipse season. We've been in this like really intense portal. So if you've been feeling it, I don't know if you believe the stuff, cool. If not, cool, whatever it is. But I always think it's interesting when there is something astrologically happening, when our planets, like it's so weird, like y'all, we're on a planet that is spinning around all the time, going through a universe. Like it's right, we forget this, and then all of a sudden you look up at the moon and you're like, oh yeah, we're on a planet spinning around. Like what is happening here? Right. So, but it's like with this eclipse, this is the second part of the eclipse. And so we've been in this powerful portal, and this is not my area of expertise, but I've been reading a lot about it. And it feels like we are in the midst of an initiation right now. And so, what is this initiation doing for you? And what is this initiation showing you is the thing to do, the idea to act on, the thing to get out of, the place where you need to say no, the place where you need to say yes. Like utilizing also what's happening on the planet right now as even more fuel for you to take an action today.
Yeah.
That's the
And
invitation.
I love that. And there's so much value in taking those first steps. It's like I said, that it's almost like punishment when you don't let your persistent ideas have a life. And I get it that it seems scary, but again, what is the smallest possible step? I remember talking to a friend of mine who said, so if I'm sitting here in the living room thinking about if we get divorced, which pieces of furniture would I want? Does that mean the marriage is over? I was like, well, in my experience, if you were asking yourself if the marriage is over, it's possible that the marriage is over. But you don't have to go out and sign papers today. You can turn to your partner and say, honey, I've been having recurrent thoughts that I wonder if this marriage isn't working for us anymore. We talk about that. Right? You don't have to know the answer. You don't have to make a declaration. You can say, I'm having really mixed feelings about this, but I'm not sure this is helping either of us anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
Jennifer says, love this and love this energy. I could only hang 15 minutes today, but I just love, love, love this. Oh, we love you,
Mm.
Jennifer. I'm so glad to see you. Lise was here. Great to see Lise. How are you, dear? Amy Marie says, for years, I had a small business idea that involved my nursing license that I finally started investigating. I had the whole thing outlined and a connection to a target market, only to learn that I couldn't legally do it and get paid. Disappointed, but proud of myself for taking action versus continuing to think about it. Right?
Wow.
How valuable to have done a little research. And I bet there are some things in that business plan that you created for yourself that you could do.
Mm.
May not be able to do it in the way that you have visioned it. And obviously, I have absolutely no information about what you're talking about.
Right.
I bet there is some thin slice of it. There's a T-shirt you could make. There's a workbook you could design. There's a talk you could give. There's some way to take this information and this skill set that you're interested in getting out into the world in maybe a slightly different way than the business model you had been thinking about.
Well, and what I love about this is that you could have spent, Amy Marie, you could have spent the next decade thinking about this, giving yourself a hard time that you weren't investigating it, having this, like, it's like we have these ideas where we have this relationship going on internally with them. And then it's taking up all of this life force. And then you could have waited 10 years to investigate if you could do it. But now you know. And so, like you said, you're disappointed, but you're proud of yourself for actually knowing. So now you can move on to the next big, great idea.
Exactly.
Or do it in some different form, like Sam's saying. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually got an email from somebody on my list. I've been telling people that, I don't know if you all know this. So I've moved back to Los Angeles. I'm house sitting for some friends right now. Yay, I'm very happy to be back in California. And among the men, so what if you just did the thing? What if I just sold my house and moved back to California? Turns out, strong decision so far. And you know how that is when sometimes you make a bold move and the universe just like, oh, here's everything on a silver platter that you've been hoping for. Like,
yes.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. And not that it's all been, giggles and rainbows, but there's been a lot of giggles and rainbows. So, but one of the giggles and rainbows that's happened is I got invited. I didn't even have to audition. I got invited to play Montague in a production of Romeo and Juliet at my old theater company, at the Open Fist Theater Company, which is where Amy and I met 150 years ago. And here's the game, though. Romeo and Juliet is set in a retirement community, and Romeo and Juliet are in their 70s.
Amazing. Amazing.
I'm usually not that into like reimaginings of Shakespeare because I don't think it needs it. I mostly find it just cluttering, it's unnecessary. But this, I'm like, oh, this is a really good idea.
Yeah.
How poignant, how beautiful, right? Love at that age. At any age, but at that age particularly. And so it's a story about the kids keeping the parents apart. So Montague trying to keep, right. Why did I start talking about this? Oh, so I got an email from somebody on my list saying like, oh, I had this idea about an aged up Romeo and Juliet years ago. We never did anything with it. I'm glad it went back into the cosmic cookie jar of ideas and somebody else picked it up. Yes, it went back into the cosmic cookie jar of ideas for sure.
Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah.
So what else is on y'all's mind? What can we help with? You've got us here for another 10 minutes. What can we help with? Where are you stuck? What are you curious about? What is the thing? Do you want to make a little declaration right now of like, if I just did the thing, that might look like XYZ.
I love that.
Support from us to do it. Let's see. If I were just going to do the thing. Well, I have been thinking about this play that I've been wanting to write, and I've sort of been, so talk about tiny baby steps. I've been writing it for years in my notes app. Like a little line of dialogue or a little something that should be in there or some concept I want to talk about. I just throw it in there. And now I'm curious, like how much of the play is actually written in there? Because I don't think I've ever gone back and read through the whole thing. It might be way more done than I think it is. And there is a playwriting competition that I could submit it to. It'd be kind of fun.
Amazing. So will you do that? Will you look and see what you actually have?
I will look and see what I actually have.
Is that the thing?
I think that's going to be the thing. I think that's so
Okay.
good. Yeah.
I love it.
Ooh, I can tell it's the thing because I feel all oochie. I'm telling you
Yeah.
guys, if I get like a slightly nauseated feeling in my belly and the voice in my head is going, no, 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 that's how I know I have to do it.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. Okay, good.
A little
Okay.
counterintuitive to have everything in your body screaming no and understand
Right.
that actually means yes.
How long did that take you to figure that out?
You know, it was actually working with you,
I feel like
right?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was so Amy was just starting on her coaching career and she needed hours, and I was like, I'll be your guinea pig. Sure, I'll help the kid out. Okay, 30 years later, she's still my coach. um, and yeah, so Amy would often challenge me to questions like that. This is why she's such a great coach. Is she, I'm saying da 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 da, and she goes, "Okay, so will you commit to that? Are you going to do that? When are you
Yeah.
going to do that by? Will you
Yeah.
ping me and let me know when you've done that?" And I'm like,
Yeah. This isn't
Lord,
very fun anymore.
this isn't fun anymore. This is involving accountability and responsibility and taking action on things that are uncomfortable for me. How am I supposed to change my life when I'm changing? That's ridiculous. I would rather just have everything stay the same and complain about it. Come on. So, yeah, and I noticed that every time that happened, that I was like, sort of walked into this decision.
Zing. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I would have this sort of physical and emotional reaction of like, nah. Melanie
Yeah.
says that's really interesting. I never thought about all those no thoughts in my head were assigned to go ahead and do what I can to make it work. Yeah, yeah, because
Interesting.
that's just your fear trying to keep you safe. I mean, that's your survival instinct.
Right.
Totally, don't ever expect that to not show up, right?
Right.
Like, people are always like, I'm getting married, I'm having second thoughts. I'm like, well, I would be concerned if you weren't.
Right. Exactly. Right.
Like, oh, I want to come to Barbados, but I'm not sure if it's the right thing. Of course.
Right. That makes sense. That tracks.
Yeah, right.
That's a conversation. Yeah.
Oh, I have to go to the doctor. I'm really nervous about it. Yeah,
Right.
right. Yes, of course you are.
Well, and it's one of those things where it's like, what does the full body yes feel like for you in your body at this season of your life? And so for you, Sam, having it be like zing, and then like followed by nausea and feeling like I couldn't possibly. Okay, ding, 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 full body yes for Sam, right?
That's right.
But it's like for each and every one of you, what does your full body yes feel like? And it's, it's like that game when you're a kid, like when you would hide something and then people would walk around trying to do it and you'd be like, warmer, warmer, hot, 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 ooh, colder, colder, colder. Right. It's like that. It's like in your body being like, what's the warmer, warmer, hot, 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 hot. Oh my gosh, you're almost there. You're almost there. It's like, what does that feel like? And sometimes it can throw us off because we might get a little dysregulated. We might get a little nausea. We might get that feeling of like, I couldn't possibly, and then it's expansion and then contraction all like right at once. So like getting really curious about what that feels like for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other half of it that for me, the other thing I figured out was actually a therapist figured this out for me, is that when I am equivocating, that's my no.
Right.
I don't get like a real, nope, that's not the thing for me. Like, I mean, every once in a while I do, but mostly my no sounds like, well, I probably could. I mean, I could make it work.
Talk myself into doing this.
Yeah, I could talk myself into doing this. I can make a case for why this is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And Amy and my family and Chad and everybody else I talk to about things now knows, like, Sam, you're equivocating.
Yeah.
That means no. And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I love this. Amy Marie says that low-key panicky feeling means I should absolutely do it. Volunteering to pull weeds turned into a paid gardening position. I was freaking out until I realized I had manifested it. Woot! Well done, you.
I love it. I love it.
There's June. June says, oh, Sam, you always lift my spirit. I'm taking 15 minutes right now to sort socks from last winter's laundry. The pile has been bugging me for months. Well done.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Well, and it's like those little things, like those little tolerations that we have. Just do the thing.
Just do the thing.
Those tolerations like are just draining our energy constantly. And how much life force would you have back if you just did the thing? You just went through the box. Yeah.
I have a little rule in my life that if I think something 3 times, I just say it or do it.
Mm.
And in fact, like it's been a little rule with, with friends and partners where, especially if it's something that I don't want to say or I feel uncomfortable saying, but I find that if I frame it up this way, if I say like, Amy, I super don't want to say this, but I've thought it 3 times, and you know my rule that if I
Mhm.
say it, think it, I have to say it. So do with this what you will, but blah
Yes.
blah blah,
Yeah.
right? If I catch myself going like, oh, that laundry should really be sorted. Yep, somebody should really sort that laundry. That laundry is really getting my nerves. Okay, just get up and sort the laundry. I
Yes.
don't care whose turn it is. I don't care whose socks they are. Just do it. Like it's taking up so much space in your mind.
I love it. And I love sometimes when I have that thing that I'm avoiding doing, especially if it's like a household chore or whatever. What I do then is I trick myself by going, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to time it to see how long. Because in my head, doing these dishes is going to take 3 hours.
Yes.
And then I'll set the timer and I'm like, wow, 15 minutes. Wow, I could have,
If.
like, all the time I spent torturing myself about this task, I could have had it done. And I've been teaching Evie, my youngest, about that with that too. And I'm like, Evie, I'm like, it's going to take you like 10 minutes. Like, let's time it. Let's see. I might be wrong. Let's see. Like, she had this big pile of clothes that her sister left for her second year of college. My oldest went, and she left this huge pile of clothes, of course, on the floor for Evie to go through and see if she wanted any of them. And it was just sitting there and sitting there. And I said to Evie, okay, I'm going on my hike. When I get back, this needs to be done. And I guarantee you it's going to take like 10 minutes for you to go through this. She was like, okay, fine. And sure enough, 10 minutes later, it was completely done. Right?
There's actually a creator on TikTok that I follow because I love TikTok.
Yes.
Hi, TikTok friends. That's exactly her thing. She's great. She puts on these sunglasses and has a microphone and goes, welcome back to How Long Does It Actually Take?
I love it. Yes.
Laundry that has been sitting in here for 3 days. Let's see how long it actually takes. And now she goes over to her friends' houses and like, here's my friend Janice. She needs to clear out her kitchen pantry. Let's see how long does it actually take.
Oh my gosh, so
it's
good.
So funny and it's so great and so real. So
right.
Real.
The stories and the narratives we have in our head, and that's, it's like has been said a million times, but don't believe everything you think. We buy into our own stories and our own BS so much. Yeah. Like we think it's going to take forever. We think, oh my gosh, if I take this action, everyone's going to think ill of me. What will it do to my reputation, for God's sake? Right? Like, no one cares. No one's paying that much attention to you. I'm sorry.
And it's an interesting balance because, like, on the one hand, you find out, oh wow, literally no one cares.
Right.
People barely even notice. I mean,
right.
Or they care for a minute, but then they don't. But then they're over it.
Right.
But on the other hand, it sometimes really does have a very profound impact on other people. Where they're like, oh my gosh, you really inspired me when I saw you make that choice, right? Yes. I've been watching you grow your business. I'm so proud that you published that book. I'm so proud that you took yourself to Barbados. Like that, like, it's interesting. Like you think, I guess you just imagine it's going to have a terrible negative impact and you don't think about the positive impact,
Right.
You don't think that you can be an example to somebody and an inspiration.
Yeah.
Melanie says, I've been mulling around the thought that I'd really like to experiment in my personal life and be okay with the direction any of those experiments take and not give credit to the naysayers I'm surrounded by. Girl, 100%. I just had a long conversation with an old friend of mine who has made some really interesting experiments in her personal life and has found herself in a place she never thought she would be, but she is loving it. Loving it. So again, do a mini experiment, do a 15-minute experiment, poke around, there's a lot of joy out there for you, but you're not going to find it if you keep doing what you've been doing. Sorry.
Yeah. Just feels like that, the Mary Oliver poem of this wild and precious life. And what will we do with it? What will you do today with it? We're not going to be here forever. We know this. It's an inconvenient truth about being human. And today's your day. Take an action.
June says, oh, but there's always so much more important stuff to do.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Nothing's more important than your actual life. You're the only one leading it. You're the only one who can. You're the only one that does.
Mm.
And we need you. We need the truth of you.
Mm.
We need your bravery. We need your new
Mm.
ideas. We need your work. We need your daring do. You know, we really, really do. Melody says, "That's great news. I will find the joy. Congrats to your friend. That's awesome." I it's I wish it were my story to tell because it's a pretty great story, but it's just take
Mm.
the the final page says, "Well done." All right, we are at the 45-minute mark, so I am so pleased and flattered that you all joined us today. Thank you so much. Thank
Mm.
you, Amy, for being
Mwah.
here. This is a real treat.
It's my
And
invitation.
if you are looking for something to do, go to barefootperfect.com and just like I
Mm.
said, fill out that application because there's some questions on there that might actually sort of push you in the direction of taking some good action in your life. And again, of course, if you want to come with us to Barbados, we would love to have you. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more breath to close out this circle.
Mm.
And yeah, make your little commitment to yourself to try something new today.
Mm.
Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for doing this with us. Mwah.
Mwah. Bye.
Bye.